Hello, everybody.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Mondays Are for the Nerds. I'm your co-host, Jay Wright.
I'm your other co-host, Tristan Stump.
Thank you for joining us for the recap February's news. A bit delayed because you caught me messing with my microphone.
I was like, yeah, sorry to catch you off guard with you messing with the microphone right when I pressed. You were like, oh, are we going? I was like, oh, no, not. And then I turned. I thought, oh, yeah, he's going to see that. I'm like getting ready to press.
No, I didn't.
We had a little bit of a different setup. My computer's like not right in front of me, so I can actually like look at Jay right in his eyes.
And I'm just like,
man, hope you guys are ready for February's nerdy news.
Yes.
The notable stuff. I certainly did not get everything.
I didn't get everything, but even then, it's not a lot.
I got the games I played this month, and then some other notable releases, and then news-wise, it was I almost forgot there was a state of play this month, even though we recorded a reaction and posted it. Did you watch the reaction?
Yes, I did. Part of it.
Part of it.
Part of it.
Did you get to any of the stuff I did with the editing? I did.
No.
I did little stuff.
No.
Okay.
I don't think I did.
So
February, as you know, has been so busy.
Yeah. So I think it's when we're talking. I can't remember what trailer it was, but Metal Gear got brought up, and you said, "Oh man, you got to get me to play Metal Gear one of these days." Or like we're talking about Metal Gear, and I just put foreshadowing across the screen.
Dude.
And then what was the other bits I did during what was the name of that game?
Was it the chicken game?
No, it wasn't the chicken game.
Chicken God of War?
Although later on, when you're talking about all the things you liked about it, you go, Chicken Man, never forget, I put like a memoriam for the Family Guy chicken.
I forgot that happened around the same time.
Hold on. Maybe it was Crimson Moon.
Which one was that?
It was like the one where the dude was stabbing like skeletons and stuff. And you were trying to come up with what the name was. You go, what do you think this is called? Do you think this is called like Archangel? And like you gave it a subtitle. So I had like this 3D like logo go across the screen.
Every time I came up with it.
Yeah, every time you came up with a title.
Okay, I remember saying that. Here's the thing. I don't remember anything about the gameplay. I remember saying, so like, what do you think the title is? Stuff flies out of my mouth.
It got to 007 and John Wick, and you just blanked for the rest of it.
I did. I'm like, back to back. Trey made a joke about it last night, and I don't remember what it was, and I didn't catch it at first. And he goes, "Did you get that?" I'm like, "No." And he goes, "Your reaction to the state of play." I'm like, "Oh yeah," and I completely forget what the joke was.
Well, thank you, Trey, for watching that
for
reaction. Yeah. Hopefully, when there's a big Nintendo Direct soon,
he did ask. He's like, "Why didn't you guys do it for the Pokemon?" Which
for the Pokemon, yeah.
But I'm like, we happen to be able to do that because we were both free, and I happen to be getting out of school.
Yeah, and the Pokemon happened while I was at work. So unfortunately, now that Nintendo and Pokemon have tended to hold that was like one of my last days off before switching to my new shift. Yeah. And my new shift is now days only. So if we record reactions, it would be in the afternoon. It would be like not live, which I mean is fine.
Which I mean for state of plays, it could be live.
Yeah. And for Nintendo, same. It's like if we just record after, we get off work and get it out the next day. Yeah.
Stay away from the notifications.
So, which works, but it's not like a live reaction.
Yeah.
We're but yeah. So yeah, that was a lot of fun though. I liked editing that because I could do more with it. I could tell my computer's getting old though, because there was one point where I put a transition and a word like a text box too close to each other in the editing section, and it like crashed, and I was like, oh no. Which I've been saying this for a while. I need to get my computer upgraded or replaced before the parts get too expensive with all the others. Part of the nerdy sphere that we don't talk about much is all the computer part problems that's happening right now. Yep. That will most likely, it could result in a price increase on the PlayStation Switch. So yeah, but it was a lot of fun doing that. I need to. We have Let's Plays that I need to edit. Me and Trent and I need to work on that.
Trail to Oregon Part 2 out.
Yeah,
ASAP.
It's edited. I think.
Yeah,
I think it's just sitting on his computer.
Yeah.
So we just need to get that out and other stuff. We swear we have plans for this year. It's just life has just gotten so, because we're like, look, we're going monthly so we can do this, and this, and it's
I was literally thinking about this afternoon,
and it's like,
we haven't done anything.
And it's like, well, I mean, we can let this lead into the other small talk of like just talk about how our month's gone, but it's like, okay, yeah, well, let's go to monthly so we can do this, this, and this. Oh, well, Jay's doing a musical. It's taking a pretty good chunk of time, and I got promoted, so my hours have changed, and guess what? I got engaged. So it's like
exactly. February has been way
beyond what I've expected
for any February.
Yeah, so which is I'm kind of glad that Nintendo didn't do like a big blowout. They just did a partner showcase, and then Pokemon did their thing, which is I mean still huge, but like Pokemon is the partner showcase was, spoiler alert, and it was whatever. It is kind of like I liked what was there. It's not what Nintendo needed. I saw some of the stuff of it.
I'm like,
okay. It's like I said, I like what was there. It's not what Nintendo needed. Like especially now that we can get that discussion later, but foreshadowing, I guess, for what we'll talk about later. But yeah, so busy month for the both of us.
Very busy. You've
been subbing a lot more.
I've been subbing a lot more. Yes, nearly every. There was a good 3 weeks where I was like every day. I was like subbing.
Substitute teaching for those that.
Yes, substitute teaching, slash, if you want to call ISS substitute teaching.
Yeah,
that's more of a supervising. But that, of course, I went up to watch the big game, as we can call it.
Yeah, you did
with Chronister. I'm like, I feel like, I'm like, no, I already talked about it. I'm like, no, I didn't.
No,
it was in February.
I said something about like, we want this to like last night. I was like, we want this to be a temporary monthly, and Dad's like, I don't know. I said, well, Dad, it's not gonna be. It's gonna be like once everything finally settles down.
Yeah,
like
exactly.
Like
it's been insane.
Like it'll probably be just the way things are going next year before we're able to, but which is fine because we can that reaction and stuff. We're able to fill in when we can. But anyway,
get stuff going when we're not going out of town. I went to see Nate Bargatze, as you know.
Oh yeah,
with my parents.
You and Hayden went to.
Sorry, Bargatze. I've not been saying it wrong this entire time. Bargatze. Big Dumb Eyes comedy tour. My first stand-up show I've seen. Especially my dad's first.
I've seen Tim Hawkins live.
Tim Hawkins.
And I think that is the only comedian I've watched live.
Hayden had only seen the Blue Room.
Mm-hmm.
There was actually one of those moments where a guy had like a medical emergency during one of the openers.
Oh wow!
Well, I think the second out of three. Well, the host had his bit, but it was the second one of like the three openers. He had like they called his attention. He was like he honestly looked like Rhett McLaughlin. The guy did. I don't remember what his name was, but they took him back. He I guess just passed out. But then the people behind us were like, "Man, this happened last time we came to see Nate Bargatze," and I'm like. What? Is that a curse? No, we love Nate Bargatze. I love his comedy. Of course, my mom was always like, it was so clean, which is what he does. Clean comedy. And it's hilarious.
You know what got me? I'm subscribed to Dry Bar Comedy on YouTube. And they have like maybe a couple times we'll go, oh, I recognize that name. I've seen some of their other stuff. But like it's usually a lot of smaller name comedians. Imagine my surprise, I think last month or so when I open up my subscription feed and Patrick Warburton has a comedy special on Dry Bar.
Dude.
He's like...
I didn't even know he did stand-up comedy.
He's like and then he's like, I don't know if he's like starting up again or something, but like he's starting to like have a lot of like interviews and stuff pop up more. And a couple years ago he recorded a cover of... You're a Mean One, Mr. Grinch, and he posted again this last Christmas, and I was like, when did you do that? Mr. Warburton, the last few years, I thought all you've done is Joe Swanson and Kronk cameos.
And Zootopia.
Oh, yeah, it was Zootopia now, but maybe that's what got him to be like, I should start doing...
Get back into it.
Yeah.
Mayor Windancer.
I don't know why this reminds me, I guess just because voice actor. Did you know that Tom Kenny, when he's not voice acting, is a DJ?
No, but honestly, that's one of those things where I'm like, it doesn't surprise me, but it also does.
What's the name of his band? Hold on, I'm going to Google it. Tom Kenny and the High Seas.
I love that. You say Tom Kenny and the something, and you automatically think of Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers.
It is a 12-piece band, rock soul party band, performing songs from artists such as Chuck Berry, Sam Cooke, and the Shangri-Las.
What'd you say? Some rock party?
Yeah, rock and soul party band.
Soul party band. Low-key, I want to see it, though. Like, low-key, I want to see him live. Dude.
I'm showing him a picture of the band.
Dude.
Yeah. Mom was asking me yesterday. She was like, I know it was going to be all weird because of moving stuff. She was like, do you have a shirt that says I'm pretty tall for a hobbit? And I'm like, yeah. I was like, I wore that to Comic-Con a couple years ago, and they liked, like, all the celebrities I wore liked. And then I wore the one Hayden got me that says a world's shortest giant.
I was gonna say, is that the one Hayden got you?
No, the Hobbit one was a dad purchase, but it was the same Christmas, I think, as the world's shortest giant. And so I wore the world's shortest giant when I met Tom Kenny at this Comic-Con, and he really liked the shirt to the point when I had my autograph copy of my SpongeBob movie. He put, I might be repeating the story from when I told this last year. I don't know.
I don't remember. I don't think I've ever heard
But
this.
he put to a giant goober.
Oh, yes, you did know about that.
He put like giant in quotes. Yeah. I was like, this is awesome.
I love that.
But
I love him.
But yeah, I am so bummed that like the nearest Comic-Con to us, like I'm like 90% chance I can't go, even though it's the weekend. I don't work weekends anymore. It's just going to be hectic. But
Trey hasn't confirmed if he's getting us tickets.
Yeah.
But I'm like, he's like, I'll get you tickets. And I'm like, okay. That's all I did except for Into the Woods, the musical.
Yeah, Into the Woods.
Busy with that. Wrapping that up.
Oh, I watched. Oh no, you're gonna get to that. Never mind. I'm trying to think. What did I do this month?
What did I
do this month that wasn't our news?
Yeah.
Other than getting engaged.
Yes.
Yes.
Insert applause break.
Yeah. I don't know if I'll put anything there. We'll see.
You can keep mine. I did it. Okay. Here, let me pause. Room tone. There we go.
So funny because your thing is just spike.
Just keep it in. Keep everything in. Keep it all in.
The awkward load, like it's like that Family Guy bit where they're talking about like that one ostrich in the audience that laughs at sitcom audiences, and it's just like, ha ha,
the noticeable laugh. Which show was I watching when I've told you, I'm like, I feel this is a genuine laugh I can hear. Was it Everybody Loves Raymond?
It might have been Everyone Loves Raymond, yeah.
The one laugh every single episode. Oh, I love those so much. But yes, you got engaged.
I did.
Nice. I'm so happy for you.
Thank you.
I'm so happy.
And now we've been like, doing that thing of like, okay, we'll need to do this and this and this and this. Of course, we've got all year, but it's still like we feel like we need to get it done now.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, the more you get done now, the less you have to do. I don't know if that's actually a thing. I don't know.
The more we do now, the easier it's going to be later.
Yeah. Not less you have to do
this is definitely an all year thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, very, very exciting. We making those decisions, deciding who stands where and everything like that. Yeah.
My first? Just kidding. We'll talk about it.
Yeah, we'll talk about that off camera.
Okay, we're good. Had to get one code and mode in.
It better be me.
This podcast is done. This is not. That's all I'm saying.
But yeah, so that is going to be my life for the next
8 months, 9 months,
8-ish, yeah.
Yeah. I said yeah as if I counted. I didn't count.
Taking your word as of the release of this episode, it'll be 8-ish.
True.
But yeah, so
yes,
so pretty exciting developments. Well, it was literally I got like the big job, stuff with my job happened, and then that happened within 3 days of each other.
And it's like, I'm now a bigger, and then your birthday.
Yeah, and then my birthday.
And
it's like all in a row. Like,
yeah, it's like all of a sudden your age feels so much bigger,
right,
than it did before.
But yeah, I guess we can get into
releases. In movies, on Friday, February 6th, Dracula released in theaters when a 15th century prince denounces God after the loss of his wife. He inherits an eternal curse. He becomes Dracula, condemned to wander the centuries. He defies fate and death, guided by a single hope to be reunited with his lost love. Solo Mio released, left heartbroken in Rome after a wedding disaster. A stranded groom finds his ruined honeymoon transformed by a determined local and a few meddling travelers, proving that sometimes heartbreak is the only beginning. I'm so upset I both didn't have the time or money to go see that, even though it was relatively close. I want to see that so bad. The Strangers Chapter 3 released. In the series' most brutal chapter, Maya collides with a masked killers and finds the only way out of the nightmare is in. Whistle released. A misfit group of unwitting high school students stumble upon a cursed object, an ancient Aztec death whistle. They've discovered that blowing the whistle and the terrifying sound it emits will summon their future deaths to hunt them down. I believe we asked the question whenever we first brought this up, just don't blow it.
Yeah.
I have to cut that part out. Don't blow the whistle.
Well, no, it's also a double entendre for don't make sure the movie's not bad. Don't blow it.
True, which I haven't heard much about it. Pillion got a limited release. A directionless man is swept off his feet when an enigmatic, impossibly handsome biker takes him on as his submissive. Friday, February 13th saw a whole slew of things drop from Valentine's weekend in theaters. Cold Storage came when a highly dangerous fungus escapes from a secret laboratory. A former bioterrorism agent is called back into action. Alongside 2 young employees, he must confront an invisible and out-of-control threat. I want to see that. Loki.
They wanted to make a Resident Evil movie so bad. I'm kidding.
Have you seen this?
No.
Is it comedy?
I think it's
like
comedy.
comedy.
I think it's comedy adjacent. I think. I don't know. Just the advertising.
Kind of like Hard Eyes, maybe. I've heard Hard Eyes. Hayden said Hard Eyes is like half comedy.
I feel like that's what the advertising was going for.
Yeah.
I was just making a joke about the fungus and
right.
old that being a resident. But it's definitely its own thing there. But yeah,
I want to see it. Loki. Crime 101 release. An elusive thief eyeing his final score encounters a disillusioned insurance broker at her own crossroads. As their paths intertwine, a relentless detective trails them, hoping to thwart the multi-million-dollar heist they are planning. Goat, I will say, did pull a triple header that day. Goat, a small goat with big dreams, gets a once-in-a-lifetime shot to join the pros and play Roarball, a high-intensity co-ed, full-contact sport dominated by the fastest, fiercest animals in the world. And Wuthering Heights, a passionate and tumultuous love story set against the backdrop of the Yorkshire moors, exploring the intense and destructive relationship between Heathcliff and Catherine Earnshaw. I started with Wuthering Heights that day.
And started on a low note, ended on a...
And on a good high note, yeah. So the 5 of us that went to see it, 3, and then we saw 2 other people, 4 of us had not read the book.
Yeah. 1
of them did not tell us what to expect. And so afterwards, we're all like, what did we just watch? That third act took a
turn.
A very, very sudden turn.
Yeah.
We're like, feels like a completely different movie. Let me just say, at one point I was like, they could direct this as a play. Yeah. And then the third act happened. I'm like, oh no, we can't. We absolutely cannot.
Yeah. So what I've heard, I've sort of read the book. I've read bits and pieces, and I know what happens.
Yeah.
And I haven't watched the movie, but I've heard from fans of the book that they definitely take some creative liberties.
Yes.
That they probably shouldn't have.
Which I should say, Emerald Fennell, I have not seen Saltburn, but I loved Promising Young Woman, and this is her third outing.
It's the same
Promising Young Woman.
I could have told you this was going to take a turn if it's the person that directed
Saltburn.
Saltburn.
Also with Jacob Elordi, which I did not put 2 and 2 together. But the title is in quotations. And she did say in an interview, it's like, it's Wuthering Heights, but it's like a take on Wuthering Heights. And I'm like, what?
Had I known that, I'm so glad I didn't make it my backup. Because I just had a gut feeling, because I'm like, come on, if you just straight up make Wuthering Heights with
it won Oscars in the 30s, 40s.
Yeah, you just take Wuthering Heights and make it with Jacob Elordi and Margot Robbie. You've got yourself a winner there. But no,
exactly.
I don't know what happened with her. You don't tell me. But
questionable things.
But
Jimmy made a joke afterwards out loud, and someone from way up top goes, "What?" And Jimmy goes, "I should have said that out loud." But after that, I went and saw Goat.
Yeah,
which was it was fun. It was fun.
You gave it what, a 7?
7.
I gave it like an 8.5. Sam gave it. What did she give it? An 8 or a 9?
Yeah,
I told you what she gave it. But we went and watched it, and I liked it a lot. Like,
it's funny.
It is more proof to me, along with K-pop Demon Hunters, because of how successful. It's not like K-pop Demon Hunters levels, but it's still doing very well.
Sony's
kind of proving
Spider-Verse.
Sony's kind of proving, which this is Spider-Verse isn't with IP, this argument, true. But Sony's proving that you can still make animated movies with original IP and they can work as long as you do the advertising and it's good. So I'm looking at you, Sneaks.
Was that Sony?
No, I don't think that was
Oh.
Sony. I was just saying you can still do something original and make it good and advertise it well.
Yeah.
And Sneaks, from what I hear, got one of those things. But I'm just choosing Sneaks because it's the only original movie from last year that I remember,
Exactly.
like other than K-pop Demon Hunters, remember coming out.
Yeah.
But yeah, I enjoyed it a lot. Like, yeah, the story was kind of predictable, but like,
It is.
what I loved is I was describing it to someone. I'm like, it is a basketball movie set in the world of animals.
Exactly.
So imagine if they made a movie where basketball has like Mario sports games rules.
Yes.
Of
all the courts have different terrain. I did see someone on TikTok say like each court has its own terrain where it's literally home court advantage.
Yeah, like it, dude. And if this came out in the early 2000s, this would have a banger tie-in video game.
Oh, absolutely. Dude.
With like, you got I'm trying to think of like a random like unlock. They got like animal pun versions of basketball stars like as unlockable characters, different things like that. Like, dude, like if you made a
Kevin Durant.
If you make a
Sorry.
He's an anteater.
I was going to say ant.
Oh, an ant. Well, that defeats the whole purpose of goat being...
Hey, Small. Small can still ball.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Have you watched the movie?
I did watch the movie, but if he's a pre-existing character, then that doesn't... We're getting into debates over the logistics of...
An ant playing roar ball.
Anyway, all I'm saying is Sony, even if it's next year, I feel like it'd be fresh enough to make a tie-in video game of this, man.
Yes.
If you make basketball, but a fighting game with like I said, like Mario, like a game we'll get into later, some Mario Tennis kind of, level mechanics or Mario Strikers even.
It'd be dope.
Dude.
Oh, it'd be so cool. Especially with that art style.
It like back in the day, it'd be like the one person from the movie would be voicing the character in the game. It'd be Nick Kroll.
I was gonna say Patton Oswalt.
Patton Oswalt.
But they both.
They would both do that. Patton Oswalt. You don't even get to play as him. He's just the tutorial guy.
He's just there. You see him along the sideline. He's the coach in the movie. Good emotional beats, I will say off the bat. It was good.
It was good.
It was
very
good. It's definitely worth seeing.
And I just love the little things they do with like look. I love Zootopia. It does not work in the fact that they're animals a whole lot other than size difference.
Yeah.
Or like claws or something. There's not a whole. But this movie works in the fact that they're animals and how they play the game and how they interact with each other. I mean, they switch back and forth between on all fours and on their hind legs. Even the way some of them like give performances, like Caleb McLaughlin, like his laugh is very like goat screaming.
Exactly.
And like different things where it's just. Yeah. And hey, they didn't reference the goat scream to the point where you made you want to like.
True. There was that one scene.
Yeah.
And that was it.
And it made sense this time.
I did see it happen.
It wasn't like Phineas and Ferb where they randomly put it in.
True.
Just because, hey, that got popular while the show was off air.
Yeah.
I don't know why Phineas and Ferb caught a stray there. I was just trying to think of the last time I heard a goat scream in something.
Are you actually a fan?
I
All
am.
of our listeners are like, I thought they loved Phineas and Ferb.
If I love something, I am able to critique it.
Yes. Lego Movie. Talk bad about it, I will kill you. Crime 101. Yeah, Goat.
Anyway, Goat was goated.
Goat was good. Crime 101. There's not much. It's like a lot of. It's one of those like storylines intertwined at the end and bisect. And I loved it. Really good. 2.5 hours or just over 2 hours. You didn't really feel
Dad
it.
and Mo went and watched it, and Mo loved it. Yeah,
it's so good.
And of course, she liked it because it was Chris Hemsworth and
Mark Ruffalo.
Mark Ruffalo in the same movie. So she's like,
take my money.
That worked for me.
Exactly. Also that day, Good Luck, Have Fun, Don't Die released. A man from the future arrives at a diner in Los Angeles where he must recruit the precise combination of disgruntled patrons to join him on a one-night quest to save the world from the terminal threat of a rogue artificial intelligence. On Friday, February 20th in theaters, How to Make a Killing released. Disowned at birth by his obscenely wealthy family, blue-collar Beckett Redfellow will stop at nothing to reclaim his inheritance, no matter how many relatives stand in his way. Sadly, a Glenn Powell movie I was not able to see on opening weekend. I Can Only Imagine 2. Bart Millard, lead singer of Mercy Me, faces a personal crisis at the peak of his success. As his world unravels, he struggles with his beliefs and inner demons while seeking a path through adversity. Pillion got an expansion, and epic Elvis Presley in Concert got an IMAX release on Friday, February 20th for 1 week. It follows Elvis Presley featuring never-before-seen footage and recordings, and was later released to the rest of theaters on Friday, February 27th. I did take my mom and dad to go see this in IMAX Monday. I think it was Monday. And my dad, I think he cried at one point at a documentary about Elvis, which he's the big Elvis. He cried at the Elvis movie, but it's directed by Baz Luhrmann, featuring unseen footage. Really good. I almost cried at points, but it's basically like the closest thing you're going to get to a concert film for Elvis about his like early 1970s Las Vegas residency, while incorporating his own words about his life. On Wednesday, February 25th, The Bluff came to streaming on Amazon Prime Video. A Caribbean woman gets her secret past revealed when her island is invaded by vicious buccaneers. And on Friday, February 27th in theaters, joined by epic Elvis Presley in concert, Scream 7 released. When a new Ghostface killer emerges in the town where Sidney Prescott has built a new life, her darkest fears are realized as her daughter becomes the next target. I will be seeing that Monday. On the TV side of things, Wednesday, February 4th, this is another thing that I forgot happened while we were, since last we recorded, The Muppet Show special.
Dude, yeah.
Was on Disney Plus and ABC on Wednesday, February 4th. Loved it.
Yeah, dude.
Almost cried at the beginning.
It was...
The opening theme, I almost cried.
Yeah.
And then at the end, I'm like...
Between the CEO change at Disney...
Yes,
and
which I forgot.
And the viewership... numbers and just everyone talking about it. This better be picked up.
Yes. It was all over my TikTok.
I'm sure there was already a number of celebrities that are like, hey, Disney.
Oh, absolutely. You know Pedro Pascal's going to be on there.
Oh, yeah.
The list I saw, there's like Pedro Pascal, there's like Chapel Roan.
Oh, my gosh. Do a Pigs in Space bit with Pedro Pascal.
Yes. Yes, dude. Yes. See, that's what I'm saying.
Or have it be just in time for the Avengers, so it's like Mr. Fantastic is
exactly
guest star. Our guest today is Mr. Fantastic. Wow.
He goes, "What are you people?" Oh, it was so good, so funny, so funny. Sabrina Carpenter was perfect as we expected. Seth Rogen was hilarious. Maya Rudolph,
what a survivor! Like,
what a survivor. If you know, you know. The real steal of the scene was the Blue Muppet with her, which is
who apparently has a name.
Was like Seth Rogen. They didn't use the armadillo.
Yeah,
or that armadillo, whatever he said.
I don't think that armadillo is canon.
Exactly, it's not canon. And you said every year we get a good Islands in the Stream.
Yeah. This last, like, how did we 2 years in a row? How did we 2 years in a row?
2 years, yeah.
Because that was early last year. Holy
Your Cordially
crap.
Invited was late January.
Dude, anyway, how do we get 2 good covers of Islands in the Stream in a row? We better get an
official release
of the soundtrack for this episode, because
we were watching it and my mom goes, "She kind of sounds like Dolly for real." And I'm like, "Yeah,
she's worked with Dolly."
Exactly. I said that. I'm like, she has worked with Dolly. Dolly covered one of her songs with her. Oh, it was so good.
Dude.
I just want more Muppets.
Me too.
Me sitting in the classroom being like, it's Muppet Day, and you're like, I'm watching, I'm like, are you kidding me? I didn't know it released on the thing. I thought it was just that night.
Yeah, I thought it was live, and then afterwards it was on Disney Plus. But no, they put on Disney Plus, and then they had a reminder of like, hey, we'll be live later today or tonight or something. And I think both streaming and viewership of the live thing was huge. So
we need more. We need more. Disney.
Dude. We need more. We need more, and we need more. If they don't do another season, at least give us a Muppet movie. Something I would like to see them do with the Muppet movies, if they ever even do any more, is don't have it be meta, where it's like, oh, they're actors, they're going on
to the Muppets.
Like the first Muppets, or 2011 Muppets, was them getting the gang back together, and the second one was the gang's back together, let's go on a tour. So it's still kind of meta. Something I loved about the old Muppets movies.
They were just characters in life.
It's kind of an anthology series. It's not all connected. It's like the Muppets, you put them in this situation. Sometimes they're performers. Sometimes they're just a big old family living in a house together. Great Muppet Caper is great at, it is a heist thriller movie thing. Like, I don't know what genre you want to call it, but with Muppets in it.
Muppets from Space is like a sci-fi, also finding yourself movie.
With Muppets in it. Yeah. And it's like, make a movie that the Muppets can fit in. Don't write a movie around the Muppets. Exactly. I mean, those movies are great. Yeah. But like, if you either do the original show where it's just SNL with puppets.
Yes.
Or if you do the movies where you just write a good movie and have the Muppets in it. I mean, do a stinking romantic comedy and just have the Muppets in it. And Like,
yes, I mean, well, they are making the Miss Piggy movie.
Well, yes,
which we know next to nothing about.
Yeah.
But that's gonna be hilarious.
What if it's just Lawrence Barbie but with Miss Piggy?
That'd be hilarious.
So it's just I'm just a Kim everywhere else. I can't do a Kermit impression enough to.
I'm just Kerm.
I'm just a Kerm. No.
One thing
just goes.
We tried to move on, but we can't.
I'm trying to think of a good pun. Like it just cuts. It's instead of John Cena's Mermaid Barbie, it's Fozzie, and he has some kind of water joke, and he goes, waka waka, and just
wada wada.
Yeah, wada.
I saw it and I took it.
Disney, hire this man.
Disney,
anyway,
yes, exactly. Please. Hey, don't joke. I'll take it. I get a job at Disney before you do. You're like, I hate you. What happened to Walter? But then I forgot about the ending. I don't remember the ending of.
They just didn't bring him back because he was in Muppets now. But they've just kind of phased him out. Where I feel like I guess they feel like they don't need to use him.
Yeah.
Which I mean, it sucks because they did a thing that a long running franchise tends to not be able to do, and is add a new character to the cast that is more than just once or twice appearance, and then he
was the main character.
He was the main character of the first one. He was the supporting character in the second one.
Yeah,
and then he was just a character in Muppets now, and then
they just didn't include him.
Then they just didn't include him. You know, they were able to not have a character with Cousin Oliver syndrome, and they just kind of
true
threw him to this wayside, which sucks. But hey, I will say, didn't miss him much.
I don't hate him. I'm like, not my favorite.
He's there for like, oh, there's a Muppet that's a Muppets fan, and that's like, that's cool.
Yeah,
but I guess there's only so much you can do with that.
Yeah, true.
Unless you bring him back for one episode because Jason Segal's in it.
Absolutely, dude. Also, what you said, like, if you even don't get a whole series, just do like specials every here and now and then.
Yeah.
Just give us like a constant stream of like, hey, every month.
Like everyone jokes like, hey, we should just remake these movies with Muppets, but it's like you could do that. But then a lot of people, and I realize we did this too, so I'm going to point it out. The protagonists are always human, and the Muppets are everyone else.
Yes, John Wick.
We did John Wick, but there's some that we like Deadpool and Wolverine. We just replaced them with Muppets. Exactly. Like, no, it would be Deadpool. It would be Hugh Jackman and Ryan Reynolds, and then they'd get to where they find the forgotten Marvel heroes getting erased, and it would be the Muppets.
Yeah, exactly,
like,
exactly.
We didn't do it that way, which I'm like, that's a good point.
Yeah, all the protagonists are. Well, even in Treasure Island, Jim Hawkins was he? Human?
Jim Hawkins was a human. Yeah,
it's been forever.
Jim Hawkins and Long John Sparrow were humans.
That's what I knew. Long John Sparrow.
Long John Silver. We need to move on.
We need to move on.
40 minutes into this thing, and we're still on movie releases.
Yeah. Thursday, February 5th, Lincoln Lawyer Season 4 dropped on Netflix. The Winter Olympic Games started on Friday, February 6th. Sunday, February 8th, The Big Game happened, and The Burbs Season 1 released on Peacock. The Artful Dodger Season 2 premiered on Disney Plus on Tuesday, February 10th. Cross Season 1 dropped on Amazon Wednesday, February 11th. Thursday, February 12th saw the 3-episode premiere of Love Story, John F. Kennedy Jr. and Carolyn Bessette on FX and Hulu. Sunday, February 15th, Family Guy had a season 24 premiere on Fox, and Last Week Tonight with John Oliver season 13 premiere on HBO. Non-Agent season 3 dropped on Netflix on Thursday, February 19th. American Dad season 20 premiered on Fox on Sunday, February 22nd.
Yeah, first time on the Fox since whatever season they switched to Comedy Central, right? Yeah. Comedy Central's where they've been?
I think so.
No, TBS.
Yeah. CIA had a series premiere on CBS. The Fall and Rise of Reggie Dinkins had a series premiere on NBC, including The Voice season 29 premiere on NBC as well. And Paradise season 2 premiered on Hulu, all on Monday, February 23rd. Scrubs Revival came back on ABC, premiering on Wednesday, February 25th. Heard a lot of good things about it.
Time is so weird, man. I was watching, like, they did the intro comparison, like, video. And it's like at the end of the old intro, he would put the X-ray up on the thing. Mm-hmm. And now it's him, like, swiping on an iPad, and the X-ray appears on a TV. And I'm like, man, that doesn't feel right.
It hits different.
That doesn't feel right.
Yeah. Survivor Season 50 premiered on CBS that day as well. Bridgerton Season 4B released on Netflix on Thursday, February 26th. And on Friday, February 27th, the Celebrity Jeopardy Season 4 premiered on ABC. And Monarch Legacy of Monsters Season 2 dropped on Apple TV+. And those are my releases.
This is an aside.
This week.
Let's talk about Scrubs, like just the Scrubs thing. This is an aside. It made me think. I was talking about this with Dad the other day. Are banks the only companies or like businesses or anything that still use pneumatic tubes? Because think about it, like office buildings had pneumatic tubes because that's how they got mail. The mailroom would send them to different offices, and that's how they would get their faxes and different things. I guess before it would have been before the fax machine, right? Yeah,
I think so.
And then it went to fax machines and emails. So office buildings probably wouldn't use pneumatic tubes anymore. I don't even know if they even still have mail rooms, or like some bigger companies would even still have mail rooms. And then like you get into any other use of the pneumatic tube system is like I think banks would be the only ones that would, because how would you replace that in a drive-through for a bank? Like,
that's a good point.
Yeah,
I didn't think about that.
Justice for the pneumatic tube,
dude. Pneumatic tubes are stuff I've always wanted to. Charlie and Chocolate Factory,
dude. Well, I guess I guess 974 years from now, when they finally put them in New York, Yeah.
Please, New York.
Yeah. I mean, Futurama. My releases for this month, some just notable releases. I definitely did not get all.
Yeah.
There were some that caught my eye, and I was like, I can't. We just got to get through the big ones.
Yeah.
Tearscape released on PC from Nerds Take Over on February 2nd. February 4th, we had Blind Touch on PC from Flygogo Games, a blind simulator that lets you experience a new perspective and immersive sensory journey. Step into a world of darkness using your guide cane. February 5th saw the release of Dragon Quest VII Reimagined on all major platforms from Square Enix and Hexadrive. Unravel the mysteries of the past in Dragon Quest VII Reimagined. Gather your companions and travel beyond the shores of your small kingdom to discover why it is the only remaining island in the world. I have this. Mm-hmm. I have only played the demo because I've not had time to download it and like play it in full. But I do own it, like the full game. And from what I played the demo, it's good. I haven't played the original, so I don't have it to compare to. There's a remake of it on 3DS, which is just straight up everything but in 3D. And then this is a reimagining where there is story points that have been cut and replaced or just cut altogether.
Yeah.
And then new story content that's just completely new to it.
Yeah.
So I don't know if I have that comparison, but from what I've played, I mean, I love Dragon Quest XI, and there's Dragon Quest 3. I've played the original and the remake, and I like Dragon Quest. So I don't know, I had a lot of fun with it. I like the art style. It's got this like they actually like made toy models of the characters and scanned them in, and then those are the models for the game.
Ooh.
Same with the environments, I think. So it's pretty cute art style.
I love that.
Lovish released on all major platforms from Labworks and publisher Nangan Entertainment. Lovish is an outrageous 8-bit action adventure game. Quest with Sir Solomon through a series of bite-sized rooms as he attempts to free Princess Suna, the woman he loves, from the Devil Lord's clutches. This game is hilarious.
Lovish?
Yes. Dude,
I feel like I've seen a thing for
You've
that.
probably seen some promos for it. It's retro, but it's new, and it's just little platforming. You have one room platforming, and it's tough. It is hard, but between each level is a little interlude, and it's a random interlude. You don't know it could be repeats of something you've gotten before, and it is hilarious.
Yeah.
And the story, like it says the story here, he's on a quest to save the princess. He's on a quest with his friends, and then he's worried the princess will fall in love with his friends instead, so he locks them out of the castle so he can save her himself. And it just goes from there.
Self-esteem is
very fun, and it's even got a game within a game. The character randomly found a Game Boy, and then I had a little Zelda-like game to play for like a good 30 minutes. It was pretty fun. From what I played, I haven't beat it. From what I played, I'd give it like a 7.5. There's some frustrating parts of it, and there's some other parts I'm like, this is a little confusing, but I'd give it about that much. Only because it is a hard game, and my enjoyment has been lowered by how difficult I've had of a time I've had with it. So my personal, I'd probably be an 8, but I've had some issues with it. From personal play that it. Just because I have a vendetta against some of those levels, it's 7.5.
Yeah.
But and also Super Bomberman Collection released on all major platforms from Konami. February 6th, Carmageddon Rogue Shift released on all major platforms from 34 Big Things SRL. My Hero Academia All's Justice released on PC, PS5, and Xbox from devs Kai King Inc. and publisher Bandai Namco. Neo 3, or Nioh 3, I don't know how you're supposed to pronounce that.
Oh, yes.
Released on PS5 and PC from Koei Tecmo. In the third game in the Dark Samurai action RPG series, Nioh, you will need to use both samurai and ninja combat styles in your battles against formidable yokai as you explore a thrilling open field. February 9th saw the release of Monterey Jack on PC, PS5, and Xbox from Dangerous Bob Studio. I normally wouldn't include the description for this one because it's just a random horror game, but I thought I had to. Run, run, run as fast as you can. You can't escape the cheese man.
Is that all it is?
Yeah. I wish I could do an impression of John
head
Lithgow.
bob.
I wish I could do an impression of John Lithgow to do like the run, run, run as fast as you can. February 10th saw the release of Mugenics on PC from Edmund McMillan, creator of The Binding of Isaac and Super Meat Boy, I think is his work as well. And Tyler Glyle. Build the ultimate cat army through tactical breeding and send them into deep, challenging turn-based adventures. Draft abilities, collect items, and manipulate genetics across generations in this roguelike tactics game from the creator of Binding of Isaac and The End is Nigh. I've heard it's fantastic. It already sold 1 million. It came out on the 10th, I think by my birthday, it released, it sold 1 million copies. Which is huge for an indie game, but it's also the guy that made Binding of Isaac and the guy that made The End is Nigh.
So
it's got names attached to it. Like, you don't know a whole, like if they're not part of major companies, you usually don't know names, but everyone knows Edmund McMillan is a name you know. The Prisoning, Fletcher's Quest, released on PC and Switch from developer Elden Pixels and publisher Acclaim Incorporated. February 11th saw Braid Anniversary Edition make its way to Switch 2. Romeo is the Dead Man, released on PS5, PC, and Xbox from Grasshopper Manufacture. Paint the screen red and travel the cosmos in this blood-stained action-adventure game. Witness the latest from Grasshopper Manufacture, the advent of ultra-violent science fiction. Tokyo Scramble, released on Switch 2 from AdGlobe Inc. and Binary Haze Interactive. February 12th saw Blaze Blue Entropy Effect make its way to consoles. God of War Sons of Sparta was shadow dropped on PS5 from Mega Cat Studios and Santa Monica Studio. More on that later. Roadside Research entered early access on PC from Cybernetic Walrus and Oro Interactive. Mario Tennis Fever, released on Switch 2 from Nintendo and Camelot. Join Mario and his friends for some Mushroom Kingdom style tennis. Use topspin, slices, lobs, and other familiar shots, along with other fancy work and new defensive maneuvers to outspace your opponents on the court. Keep a rally going, build up your fever gauge, and unleash powerful fever shots that can be augmented with special effects by equipping fever rackets. I, of course, have played this. I have beat the story mode, which isn't a whole lot to say because it's only like 2 hours long. You spend an hour and a half playing basically a RPG version of a tutorial, and then you have 30 minutes of actual adventure. I think it was Jacob, it feels like they had two different ideas for what the story mode should be. They shortened both of them and put them in the same story. But that is probably the limit of my problems with the game. It's very fun to play. It is very much more of a Mario, Mario Tennis Aces was a tennis fighting game with Mario. This is more of a GameCube era Mario Tennis game where there's just a bunch of bullcrap going on and the balancing is just out of you pick one racket and one character and you're like, okay, well, I'm not going to win against that because and it's just 30 something playable characters, actually unlockable characters, like half the roster is unlockable, which is some people might have a problem with. I love that I need to unlock things again. It is just,
it gives you something to play for a little bit other than just to play it.
This is a solid, for me personally, this is a solid 9. It is not a perfect game, but as far as Mario Tennis goes, I'm having a lot of fun with it. I am having it's just a blast, and I haven't even played with people yet. So it's if I haven't had time to do the online, I've just done some single player stuff. But I'm just having a lot of fun with it. So that's very nice. And another thing to say, but I can't remember. Baby Waluigi is cursed.
Yes.
February 13th, High on Life 2, released on PS5, Xbox, and PC from Squanch Games. Rayman 30th Anniversary Edition released on all major platforms from Digital Eclipse and Ubisoft. Reanimal came to all major platforms from Tarsier Studios and THQ Nordic. February 16th saw Book Smugglers released on PC from Fluxo Games. Smuggle banned books to save the nation, make tough choices, manage resources, and decipher secret messages in this narrative adventure based on true events. Help preserve a forbidden language one dangerous mission at a time. And Hamster Mastermind, released on PC from Righteous Tree. February 17th saw the Virtual Boy NSO app and related games launch on Switch 2. Avowed, released on Xbox, PS5, and PC from Obsidian and Xbox. Under the Island, released on all major platforms from Slime King Games and publisher Top Hat Studios. Embark on an epic adventure in Under the Island, a 2D action adventure steeped in 90s charm. Step into the shoes of Nia and battle fierce monsters, solve clever puzzles, and explore a world alive with mystery as you race to save your new home before it's too late. This is a game that plays a lot like the Legend of Zelda Minish Cap, or just 2D Zeldas in general, but its specific inspiration is the Minish Cap on the Game Boy Advance, and it is a lot of fun. It's actually all I've been playing lately.
Yeah.
It's got a little bit of funny to it, but it's mostly just kind of a quirky little adventure game. And that's all I really want to love. You do. I think you'd like it.
Yeah.
I will say they give you a dash, but you don't want to use it too much if you're not actively fighting monsters, because you can accidentally hit the animals, and then you have a karma meter with animals that helps you unlock stuff. So I accidentally hit a cat and I just kept petting it over and over again afterwards, like, get my karma back up, please.
Cat's like, for those of you who are listening,
it does that, the ears down, just like
exactly.
February 18th saw Poppy Playtime Chapter 5 released on PC from Mob Entertainment. Star Trek Voyager Across the Unknown released on all major platforms from GameXite and Daedalic Entertainment. February 19th saw Demon Tide released on PC from Fabraz. Paranormicite The Mermaid's Curse released on all major platforms from Square Enix. Styx Blades of Greed released on PS5, Xbox, PC. From Cyanide and Nacon. And February 27th saw Resident Evil Requiem on all major platforms from Capcom release. Requiem for the Dead, Nightmare for the Living. Prepare to escape death in a heart-stopping experience that will chill you to your core.
I've heard good things about it.
I did not like that description. I did not feel like it gave you any clues what the game's about, so I wrote my own. When FBI analyst Grace Ashcroft is assigned to investigate a string of mysterious deaths linked to survivors of events in Raccoon City, she finds herself facing her past and fighting for survival with the help of DSO agent Leon Kennedy.
Nice. I do like that one a lot better. Yeah,
like it actually tells you what the story is about.
You don't want to
without reading big long paragraphs. Yeah. Like I tried to look for, because I'll scroll through like the thing and see if there's a description. The story description was like it was explaining lore, where it's like, no, just I'll get the lore when I play the game. Just give me the
what
blurb.
I need to know.
Yeah, give me the DVD box.
Yes, exactly.
So I've heard great things about it.
I've seen on TikTok a lot of people.
Yeah. And so I saw someone describe it as like Grace Ashcroft. When you play as her, it is the classic, like, it is a horror game. And then when you play as Leon Kennedy, it's just John Wick with zombies.
Yes, I've seen it.
Because apparently it's like the Resident Evil 4 remake. There's like this way they cheese the game where you just shoot their legs and then you go up and you just press X and just keep And so apparently you can do that in this game too. You just shoot them in the legs so they stumble, and then you just go up and you're just like, die.
Go to town on them.
Go to sleep. But yeah, so I haven't played it personally, so I couldn't give it a rating. But I didn't give the other game a rating either. I'd give it like I don't know.
Under the Island?
Another 9.
9.
Anyway, and then finally, Tales of Berseria Remastered, released on all major platforms from Bandai Namco. And that is my releases.
I have my first batch of miscellaneous. In box office and viewings, Send Help earned $7.2 million in its domestic opening day, opening with $20 million domestically. And then the week 2 only had a 0.8% drop, earning $9 million. And currently, box office, I will say when I calculated, it was like Wednesday. So not up to date as of the day of recording, but pretty up to date. 83.3 million worldwide. Iron Lung was number 1 domestically on its opening day with $9 million. Opened with 17.9 million domestically over the weekend. And currently, as of a couple of days ago, is at 49.7 million, which on a budget of 3 or 5. Iron Lung.
3
million. Massive earnings.
And as far as butts and seats goes, it actually beat
yes. Send Help. Yeah.
Send Help, the tickets were more expensive and everything. Yeah. There was other things factored into it. Yeah. But like as far as like actual like tickets sold, Iron Lung technically was number 1, but they don't look at tickets sold, they look at
box office.
So Send Help won, but still
not by a lot. Not
by a lot though. Like
it was at like what Iron Lung 17.9 and Send Help was 20.
Yeah.
So within 2 million. Wuthering Heights opened at number 1 at the box office this weekend with $83 million worldwide on an $80 million budget, currently at $159 million. Devil Wears Prada 2 had the biggest trailer debut ever for 20th Century with 222 million views in the first 24 hours. Marty Supreme becomes the highest grossing A24 film of all time worldwide with 147 million. And as of typing this, it was at 148.8. A Night of the Seven Kingdoms, before the finale dropped, it was averaging nearly 13 million viewers per episode in the U.S., with episode 5 getting a new series high of 9.2 million viewers in its first 3 days. And since it's been over, it is averaging over 24 million viewers per episode globally. In Glenn Powell news, How to Make a Killing, of course, released on February 20th. And A24 has officially acquired the rights for Texas Chainsaw Massacre. A TV series will happen first, executive produced by Glenn Powell and directed by J.T. Molnar from The Long Walk. And a movie is also in the early stages of development. In new announcements, a movie adaptation of The Exorcism at 1600 Penn is in the works at Blumhouse. Dan Levy and Rachel Sennett have created a new comedy series together titled Big Mistakes. It follows 2 incapable siblings who are blackmailed into the world of organized crime. Nancy Meyers is directing a new rom-com that releases on Christmas of 2027, starring Jude Law, Emma Mackey, Penelope Cruz, Kieran Culkin, and Owen Wilson. Follows a director and a producer who fell in love, made successful films together, broke up, and are forced back together. BTS will air their comeback concert live on Netflix on March 21st, followed by it, a documentary about their return will release on March 27th. A live-action Tony the Tattooed Man movie is in the works at Mattel with Tracy Lehman from Bob Trevino Likes It set to direct the film. The Aragon series is moving forward at Disney Plus with Todd Harthan from High Potential and Todd Helbing from Superman and Lois serving as showrunners. A new Pirates of the Caribbean reboot is reportedly in the works, focusing on Jack Sparrow's son, with Christy Wilson Cairns from 1917 in talks to write the script. I don't know if that's the same Margot Robbie thing. I saw something about that on the same day, but I could never tell.
Yeah, wasn't she also tied to a?
She was tied to like a reboot in quotations at one point, but I couldn't tell if this is like the same thing or they reworked it or not. A Baldur's Gate TV series in the works at HBO with Craig Mazin from The Last of Us serving as showrunner. The show will be a continuation of the game set after the events of Baldur's Gate 3, but Baldur's Gate 3 developers Larian have no involvement with the show, which is unfortunate.
Yeah.
Isabella Merced will star in a movie adaptation of Sega's The House of the Dead video game, directed by Paul W.S. Anderson. David Harbour and Rebecca Hall will star in a new horror film, A Head Full of Ghosts. It follows a family's suburban life that is torn apart when their daughter's descent into supernatural madness becomes the subject of a reality show. Austin Butler is in talks to star as cyclist Lance Armstrong in a new biopic directed by Edward Berger. Sony's animated Ghostbusters movie is moving forward with Sam Jarvis from Dollface writing the script. The film will be a Netflix exclusive made by Sony Pictures Animation. So think K-pop Demon Hunters.
Yeah.
Amelia de Moldenberg is set to star in and produce a new rom-com about a celebrity interviewer. It will follow a journalist whose life unravels when an interview turns into a romance that makes her question everything she believes about love. Mike Flanagan is set to write and direct a new film adaptation of Stephen King's The Mist for Warner Brothers. A roller coaster survival thriller in Vertigo is in the works from the producers of Fall. The film follows a group of teens who sneak onto a roller coaster before its debut, opening until a system failure traps them hundreds of feet in the air, forcing them to fight for survival. Jason Statham, this is my favorite new release announcement we got this month. Jason Statham will star as Jason Statham in a new action comedy titled Jason Statham Stole My Bike. The film is being developed by David Leitch. I'm so excited for that. Daniel Kaluuya will star in a new sci-fi thriller, Hotel, from Together director Michael Shanks. It follows a man who wakes up trapped in a hotel room with no idea why he's there, who trapped him, and how to escape. The Dead by Daylight movie is moving forward at Blumhouse with David Leslie Johnston McGoldrick from The Conjuring 2 and Alexandra Aja from Crawl writing the script. A new Charlie's Angels reboot is in the works with Pete Schiarelli from Crazy Rich Asians set to write the script. Walton Goggins will star in a new action thriller, Mister, replacing Josh Brolin. The film follows A man who wakes up covered in blood and realizes his identity as he fights killers that include his exes and his best friend. Directed by Wade Eastwood, the stunt coordinator for some of the Mission Impossible films and Inception. A 20th anniversary special for Hannah Montana will release on Disney Plus on March 24th. The special will include an interview with Miley Cyrus hosted by Alex Cooper, where they will revisit iconic moments from the show as well as show never-before-seen footage. Bad Bunny will star in his first lead film role in Puerto Rico alongside Viggo Mortensen, Edward Norton, and Javier Bardem. Hudson Williams will star in Yaga, a new series for Crave, also starring Carrie-Anne Moss and Noah Reid, following the myth of the Baba Yaga. Bill Hader will write, direct, and star in a new horror movie, They Know. Lily Collins has been cast as Audrey Hepburn in a film about the making of Breakfast at Tiffany's. Tom Hanks has been cast as Abraham Lincoln in a film adaptation of Lincoln and the Bardo. Emma Stone and Chris Pine will star in a new rom-com titled The Catch, directed by Dave McCary. Jonathan Majors will star in a new action film for the Daily Wire. Dakota Johnson, Saoirse Ronan, Jessie Buckley, and Josh O'Connor will star in a movie adaptation of Three Incestuous Sisters for director Alice Rohrwacher. The story follows a sibling rivalry that happens after one sister is driven mad with jealousy due to the love affair of another. A new G.I. Joe movie is in the works, with Max Landis and Danny McBride writing separate scripts, and then Paramount planning to blend the two scripts into one film, which in my mind, I don't know how that works. A live-action Astro Boy movie is in the works at Sony, with Jason Reitman and Gil Keenan developing the film. And that is all for my first batch of miscellaneous.
In my gaming news, Little Nemo and the Guardians of Slumberland releases on Steam March 31st. The Mermaid Mask, a new game in the Detective Grimoire series, will release in 2026. Sony has shut down Blue Point Games less than 5 years after acquiring the studio. CEO Phil Spencer has retired from Xbox and will be replaced by Asha Sharma, current president of Microsoft Core AI. Additionally, Xbox president Sarah Bond has resigned, and Xbox Game Studios head Matt Booty will now serve as chief content officer. Now, she made a statement. Asha Sharma made a statement saying that, quote, like, AI slop does not need to be in video games or something. So she's kind of like made a statement being like, look, I know what my old job was. That has no place in what we're doing here. Is kind of like what I picked up on what she was saying. Who knows if that's going to hold any water?
It's like, we'll see.
We'll see. It's Microsoft. They're kind of they were kind of the first to be like, hey, AI, which I mean, because they're a computer company first and the owners of Xbox second.
Yep.
So we'll see how that goes. It's not great.
Yeah.
Like, I can try to find hope in what she's saying, and she's like mentioned, like, she made a list of what her favorite games were, and people were like, "Oh, that's basic stuff." It's like, at least she knows what those games are.
Exactly.
Like, and then Matt Booty will be working closely with her as chief content officer. So we'll
tempt the flames for now.
We'll see. King of Meat servers will cease operations April 9th. I don't think too long. I think it released just like last year.
I think so.
Wolverine releases on PS5 September 15th.
Yes.
Mouse PI for Hire was once again delayed to April 16th, 2026. Jay's surprise most anticipated of the year.
Mouse PI. On my top 5.
Yeah, in your top 5. Not most anticipated.
Exactly.
Like, most anticipated of the 5. Like, we picked 5 most anticipated.
Yeah.
The Marvel Maximum Collection was announced, a 6-game collection of classic Marvel video games in all their versions. X-Men, the arcade game, Captain America and the Avengers, Spider-Man Venom Maximum Carnage, Venom Spider-Man Separation Anxiety, Spider-Man X-Men Arcade's Revenge, and Silver Surfer. We're So Cooked was announced, a multiplayer game where friends cover up evidence for a murder together. Looks very fun.
Dude, I want to play that so bad.
A new entry in the Backyard Baseball series will release on PC, Mac, and consoles this summer. Concerned Ape released a 10th anniversary celebration video for Stardew Valley, announcing that Sandy and Clint would be new marriage candidates starting with version 1.7. PlayStation State of Play was held February 12th, of course. We reacted to that. Crimson Moon was announced as an action RPG from Probably Monsters in 2026. Castlevania Belmont's Curse, a new entry in the series, will release in 2026 on all major consoles. We got new looks at Star Wars Galactic Racer, 007 First Light, For Loop, Beast of Reincarnation coming out August 4th, Control Resonant, Marathon coming out March 5th, and Saros releasing April 30th. A new entry in the I think it's Brigadine series. Brigadine Abyss was announced coming in 2026. Darwin's Paradox got a release date of April 2nd. Dead or Alive 6, Last Round, a definitive edition of the 2019 entry in the series, releases on PS5 June 25th. A new entry in the series is in development. Death Stranding 2 is coming to PC March 19th. A remake of the original God of War trilogy is in development with T.C. Carson returning to the role of Kratos. A new 2D prequel to the series was announced and released the same day, God of War Sons of Sparta. Ghosts of Yotai Legends, the co-op update to Ghosts of Yotai, releases March 10th. A teaser trailer for a John Wick game was shown. Kena, Stars of Cosmora, was announced and set for this year. Legacy of Kain Defiance Remastered releases March 3rd. Marvel Tokon Souls releases August 6th. We got a look at one team in the game. The Unbreakable X-Men was shown, confirming Wolverine, Magic, and Danger as playable fighters, in addition to Storm, who we already knew about. Metal Gear Solid Remaster Collection Volume 2 was announced. Includes Metal Gear Solid 4 Guns of the Patriots, and Peace Walker releases August 27th. Mina the Hollower set a release window of spring 2026. That's almost, they got one more month. I mean, I guess May technically can be seen in like release, but no, March would be the end of spring for fiscal years. Project Windless was announced based on the Korean series The Bird That Drinks Tears. You just slash through armies of dudes as a giant chicken man.
Chicken man, yeah.
Rayman 30th Anniversary Edition was announced and shadow dropped, an interactive documentary featuring every version of the first Rayman game, including previously unreleased versions. A new RPG, Rev Noir, was announced. Silent Hill Townfall got a first trailer, a first entry in a planned series of anthology games set in the Silent Hill universe. This one takes place in a Scottish seaside town. Yako Shinobi Ops was announced. I know I pronounced that wrong. A 4-player online isometric action stealth game coming in 2027. Like probably the best state of play there's ever been. Like they usually there's a couple good announcements and everything else is like whatever.
It's like
that was
bookended by 2, and then it's like,
and then there was stuff through the middle, which Nintendo is usually the only company that's able to do that. And it's like they've swapped.
State of play came to play.
It's like, oh, Nintendo's not doing a main direct. You'll see.
John Wick, Chicken Man,
Chicken Man,
God of War remake,
Chicken Man,
Wolves,
Chicken Man. Dovetail Games announced Thomas and Friends Wonders of Sodor, a game where players can explore Sodor like never before. Horizon Hunters Gathering, a 3-player co-op game in the Horizon series, was announced from Guerrilla. Metroidvania Constance will be ported to Switch May 1st. Overwatch 2 has been renamed to Overwatch. Development for the Switch 2 version of Borderlands 4 has been paused indefinitely. Imposter from Among Us has been added as a playable fighter to Fraymakers. Roadside Research released in early access February 12th. I think I already said that. A remastered version of Poker Night in the Inventory releases March 5th on Switch, PlayStation, and PC, which is wild because that game is like, it's got, you play poker against Max from Sam and Max, I think, and I can't remember if it's this one has the character from Borderlands, Heavy from Team Fortress, and then a character from a webcomic called Penny Arcade.
Yeah.
And then they made a sequel to that I hope gets a remaster where you play poker against, I think it's Sam from Sam and Max, someone from Borderlands. I can't remember what the other character is. And then Brock Sampson from Venture Brothers. And then GLaDOS from Portal's the dealer. Yeah. Like it's this weird, like the whole thing is, there's an inventory where all the games you own and like things you own, they'll just stay there and play poker together. When
it's like Grand Central and Wreck-It Ralph.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway,
whatever it is.
It's a classic, and it got delisted a long time ago because of licensing problems, and now it's being remastered. So I'm so excited. Marvel Rivals will add Elsa Bloodstone with Season 6.5. Action RPG The Dark West was announced, a fantasy western coming to PC. Bread and Fred came to Xbox and PlayStation February 24th. Shop building game Ship Shaper was announced, coming to PC. Co-op airport management game Totally Secure Airport was announced. Bluey's Quest for the Gold Pin releases on PC and consoles May 28th. I think it was an Apple Arcade exclusive the last few months. First-person shooter psychological horror Flesh and Wire was announced, coming to PC and PS5 in 2027. And We Were Here Tomorrow was announced, the next entry in the first-person co-op puzzle series. And then Nintendo, it gets its own section now. Nintendo Partner Showcase, February 5th. Orbitals narrowed a release date window of September 26th as a Switch 2 exclusive. Tales of Arise Beyond the Dawn Edition releases May 22nd. We got that sequel to Paranormal Sight, The Mermaid's Curse was announced and then released, a couple weeks later. Captain Tsubasa 2 World Fighters releases on Switch 1 this year. Dinosaur survival horror game Tokyo Scramble was announced and released February 11th as a Switch 2 exclusive. I've not heard great things about it.
Oh.
Apparently the co-op is everyone gets a button and they all controls different things about the character, and it's just...
And the Dinosaur Survival?
Yeah, like single player was definitely the better way to go, and then even then it just kind of looked like... And then they don't call them dinosaurs; they call them something else. So like raptors are called goblins and different things. Where it's like it's an interesting choice, but apparently it's not good, which sucks because I'm like, man, that's a horror game Jay would actually play.
Absolutely,
yeah.
While I'm waiting for the Jurassic Park Survival to come out.
Valheim releases on Switch 2 in 2026. Hollow Knight Switch 2 edition was shadow dropped. The Adventures of Elliot releases June 18th. Super Bomberman Collection was announced and released. Final Fantasy VII Rebirth will release on Switch 2 June 3rd. That is a short time after the other Final Fantasy remake game came out on Switch 2. Turok Origins comes to Switch 2 this fall. New RPG Kyoto Xanadu, featuring a mix of 3D action battles and 2D exploration was announced for this summer. Digimon Storytime Stranger is coming to Switch 2 July 10th. Grand Blue Fantasy Relink Endless Ragnarok will come to Switch 2 with improved gameplay and extra characters July 9th. Arcade Archives 2 and Console Archives was announced. The first releases are Wave Racer. I don't know if it's which... I might have mistyped. On February 26th, and Cool Borders and Ninja Gaiden 2 Dark Sword of Chaos on February 5th. Indiana Jones and the Great Circle comes to Switch 2 all on cart. It is not a download cart. It is all on the cart. May 12th, as well as Fallout 4 Anniversary Edition, February 24th. Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion is coming to Switch 2. The Resident Evil Requiem Grace and Leon Amiibo released July 30th. Nintendo announced and shadow dropped Xenoblade Chronicles X Definitive Edition. Switch 2 Edition on February 19th comes with 4K resolution and improved frame rate, and a physical edition arriving in April 16th. I think the upgrade is only $5. Don't quote me on that. I've heard mixed things on it. And then Balloon Kid and Yoshi were added to the Game Boy NSO February 3rd. And finally, yesterday, as of this recording, Pokemon Day was February 27th. They held a Pokemon Presents. And I'm not going to read everything that happened there. I'm just going to read the gaming-related stuff. Yeah. Pokemon Champions is set for release on Switch April 2026, on mobile later this year. Pokemon Fire Red and Leaf Green were re-released on Switch February 27th, with Pokemon Home compatibility coming later this year. Pokemon Legends ZA Mega Dimension DLC is adding new Mega Evolution Z form for Garchomp. A 45-cartridge mini Game Boy is set for release that plays the OG Pokemon music, depending on the cartridge that you remember. Those little things you get where it would be like a PS, it'd be like an old like before MP3, where you'd put the little cartridge. It had like a keychain of cartridges, and it would play different sounds or songs. Yeah, it's like that. And I think it released on February 27th. So I think you can get it now. Pokemon XD Gale of Darkness was added to the GameCube NSO app the same day, and then Pokemon Gen 10 was announced, titled Winds and Waves, was announced for release in 2027, which begs the question, what's Nintendo got going on this holiday, if it's not the big Pokemon game? Which good that they're taking their time, though, because Pokemon the last couple games has had a lot of problems.
Yep.
So it looks gorgeous. And I love the little Pomeranian fire starter that they got.
Yes.
Like it is. I'm not a huge Pokemon fan. I've played parts of Pokemon games. I've never played one in full. This might be the one where I decide, okay, let me experience it. Because anytime I'd go to play the newer ones, I'd hear a bunch of problems with it. And I'm like, okay, I'm not going to play a glitchy game if that's what it is. That's usually, but when bad reviews mention glitches, that's when I stay away. When it's just, I'll get my own opinion any other time.
Yeah.
But that is my gaming news.
I have my second match miscellaneous. We're going to start off with the 79th annual BAFTA winners, which is the British Academy of Film and Television Arts. Multiple winners include One Battle After Another, winning Best Picture, Best Director for Paul Thomas Anderson, Best Supporting Actor for Sean Penn, Best Adapted Screenplay for Paul Thomas Anderson, Best Cinematography and Best Editing. I Swear, winning Best Actor for Robert Aramayo and Best Casting. Hamnet, winning Best Actress for Jessie Buckley, an outstanding British film. Sinners, winning Best Supporting Actress for Wunmi Mosaku, Best Original Screenplay for Ryan Coogler, and Best Original Score. Frankenstein winning Best Costume Design for Best Makeup and Hair and Best Production Design. Single winners includes Zootopia 2 winning Best Animated Film. Best Documentary went to Mr. Nobody Against Putin. Best Film Not in the English Language went to Sentimental Value. Best Sound went to F1. Best Special Visual Effects went to Avatar Fire and Ash. Outstanding Debut by a British writer, director, or producer went to Akinola Davies Jr. and Whale Davies for My Father's Shadow. Best British Short Animation went to Two Black Boys in Paradise. Best British Short Film went to This is Endometriosis. Best Children's and Family Film went to Boong, and EE Rising Star Award went to Robert Aramayo. Some fun facts: Marty Supreme is tied for the record for the most losses for a singular film at the BAFTAs ever, and Sinners is the most awarded film from a black director in BAFTAs history with 3 wins. What does this mean for the Oscars? It means that the supporting race for both actor and actress are wide open, with not a clear winner. Jessie Buckley is a lock-in for Best Actress. Best Actor, with Timothée Chalamet not winning, means Wagner Moura could come in and sneak that and possibly win that over him. For my miscellaneous mentionables, we'll start with the big game trailers we got released. The Mandalorian and Grogu got a new look, got a new trailer for Steven Spielberg's Disclosure Day, new teaser for Scream 7, the final trailer for Project Hail Mary, a new teaser for Hoppers, our first trailer surprise drop for The Adventures of Cliff Booth.
Yeah.
Which I was like, hang on, that's Brad Pitt. that's Cliff Booth. First trailer released for Minions and Monsters, Minions 3. And a new look at Yoshi and a small teaser, I think 2 teasers, for Super Mario Galaxy movie.
Yep.
Released during the big game. No Toy Story 5, because that came later. Other miscellaneous: Steven Spielberg has won his first ever Grammy and achieved EGOT status. Josh D'Amaro will become the new CEO of Disney in March, like we previously mentioned. Dana Walden will become the president and chief creative officer of the company. Jorge Lindenborg Jr. will replace Danny Ramirez in The Last of Us Season 3. I got some Lego news. A K-pop Demon Hunter set will be released this summer, with more sets releasing in 2027, which I didn't know about the more sets.
I have a feeling they're going to be mini dolls, but it'd be cool for them to have Lego sets regardless.
I hope this one's a diorama.
The diorama? It's absolutely a cat with...
The cat with...
I'm pretty sure it's already been leaked.
Oh,
but it's a diorama with Derpy and the bird.
Good. I like that. Icons, Project Hail Mary is getting a Lego set with 830 pieces, retailing for $99.99, releasing March 1st. And in the ideas, Peanuts, Snoopy's Doghouse will be getting a set, 964 pieces, retailing for $89.99.
Not too bad for
that. Yeah, releasing June 1st. Of course, you'd be able to build the doghouse and then Snoopy and
I think like a little campfire, like you get like
next to it.
And Snoopy's posable. It's like Mario with the Mario Kart. He was posable separate from the cart. Like Snoopy will be posable separate from the doghouse. So it's.
I love that. For some reason, my favorite part about this is getting a Lego Woodstock. I love Woodstock.
I just love having Lego Snoopy.
Absolutely. Yeah. We're finally getting it.
Yeah.
The cast for the UK version of Saturday Night Live was revealed. God of War, we got our final 2 castings. Callum Vinson was cast as Atreus, and Ed Skrein was cast as Baldur. Judith Hoag was revealed that she was approached to return as April O'Neil in the canceled live-action Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles: The Last Ronin movie, which she played her in the OG movies.
Yep.
The Mandalorian and Grogu got a new trailer, featured our first look at Embo making his live-action debut, and revealed Martin Scorsese, of all people, has joined the Star Wars universe. Which I'm like, what?
Cinema. Absolute cinema.
Hasn't he said... I will hate Marvel movies, but I will do Star Wars.
I was going to say, hasn't he said snide remarks about Marvel? Yeah. But then Star Wars, he's like,
I'll do it.
I respect it.
George called me up personally. McKenna Grace has been cast as Daphne in the live-action Scooby-Doo series. Okay, I said I wasn't going to tell you this, but the thing I deleted in our chat was I saw a tweet saying Walton Goggins was cast as Fred, and I'm like, are you kidding me? There's no way this... And it was Discussing Fish.
Yeah, I was like...
I fell for it.
You fell for Discussing Fish, dude.
For about 2 minutes.
Yeah, no, this is... I don't know if this is true, but I've seen little things about what the show could be about, and it's apparently... if this is true, so don't quote me on this. I just like I know we don't talk about leaks a whole lot, but this is Scooby-Doo, so I like to speculate.
This is rumor. We talk about
this is rumors.
Yeah.
It's rumored that the show is about it's like another origin story, but it's them meeting at a summer camp and a murder happens with supernatural elements related to it, and the only witness is a talking puppy.
Oh, that was whenever they first announced it was happening.
Oh, was that so that's the actual
That's what they're
okay.
At least it was whenever they announced it.
Anyway,
yeah.
So it'll be interesting to see what the other actors are.
Yeah.
But it's fun that McKenna Grace gets to play Daphne again.
Again, yes.
So,
and she not only did she voice her in Scooby, she went for Halloween.
Yeah, and then she also voiced her for that unreleased Scooby-Doo holiday movie.
Yeah,
which I think so did what's his name from Young Sheldon, Ian
Armitage.
Armitage. I'm pretty sure he came back to voice Shaggy for that.
Yeah,
I doubt he's going to play live action Shaggy here. He just doesn't have the. But
yeah, he doesn't have the charisma Shaggy to me.
Yeah,
to be live action at least. And everyone online is just the general consensus is like.
Yeah. No.
Yes,
good choice.
Good choice. Good choice.
Dude. If shows could get
casting,
could get a casting
Casting's
awards.
a thing now. It's in the Oscars.
So maybe it'll be a thing for other award shows.
Kristen Bell has been cast as Amy Rose in Sonic the Hedgehog 4. Toy Story 5 got its first trailer. Later, as in like weeks later. We got our first look at Woody balding.
Yes.
Everyone comments. I love when discussing film just breaks character.
Yeah, dude. Look. Everything else about that trailer, I'm like, you know what? This is probably what Toy Story 4 should have been.
Yeah.
Like if you want to go through what every story is going for in the toy's role in a kid's life, like Toy Story 4 really doesn't do that. Mm-hmm. It kind of goes, okay, this is a story about Woody specifically.
We have to get Bo Peep back.
Yeah. And then, so even though I like Toy Story 4, it's almost like you could watch 1, 2, 3, and 5 and get like this full. Wait until the game or until all of them come out, but you know.
Yeah.
But you kind of get this full like stage of a toy's role.
Exactly.
You know, and then 4 is kind of like, well, you already did a what does a toy do when it's not being played with anymore.
Yeah.
Story with 2 and 3, so it's
and now it's Toys versus Tech. Which is like,
dude. So excited.
It's looking so. I'm so excited for it.
I'm actually like I wasn't excited. Then the trailer came out. I'm like, you know what?
I'm excited.
Buzz and Woody are fighting again. So
exactly, it's literally that line in the trailer. Yeah,
it's so good to see them.
And he's got the sheriff thing on his thing. I'm like, oh, I love that. Along with that came the reveal that Jeff Bergman and Anna Vocino will voice Mr. and Miss Potato Head. Of course, Don Rickles and Estelle Harris passed away. I think before 4. I know Don Rickles did before 4.
Estelle Harris died after 4. I'm fairly certain.
We got some season 3 castings for Percy Jackson and the Olympians. I told you my Apollo fan casting. The next day, I'm like, crap. Hubert Smilecki has been cast as Apollo, and with Ming-Na Wen being cast as Hera and Jennifer Beals as Demeter. I'm currently rereading book 3. I remember nothing about it. I have 3 chapters left, and Hera and Demeter have not showed up yet. And I'm like, okay, probably not a big role, but still. Adrian Brody, Kieran Culkin, Mikey Madison, Zoe Saldana, Javier Bardem, Chris Evans, Jason Finney, Demi Moore, Kumail Nanjiani, and Maya Rudolph are the first announced presenters for the 2026 Oscars. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Mutant Mayhem 2 has moved up 1 month to August 13th, 2027. 2027, stacked year. Funko has signed a deal with Rideback from the Lego Movie and Spree to develop Funko-inspired TV shows and movies. Ryan Coogler's X-Files series has been greenlit for a pilot at Hulu, with him writing and directing the pilot. Danielle Deadweiler officially starring. And, of course, it'll follow 2 vastly different FBI agents who form an unlikely bond when they are assigned to a long-shuttered division. Yellow Jackets Season 4 has cast Molly Ringwald as Van's mother, as well as June Squibb. That's the final season. A new episode of The Rookie will prominently feature the cast of Game Changer, a competition. You see that?
Yeah, that's wild.
It's dropping the day this episode comes out, actually.
Huh.
Me having never watched The Rookie, but like always being like, I want to watch that. I'm like, I might watch this episode. The episode description goes, Harper and Miles feel the weight of their recent mistakes while Harper is tasked with training Miles. Nolan and Selena are dispatched to a robbery call at the Dropout TV studios where Nolan encounters a familiar face. Sam, did you watch the trailer for it?
No, but... Yeah,
they're in the lineup in the trailer, and they're watching, looking at the lineup, and they're like, Jacob Wysocki's in it, and Sam Reich, and they're all like in like the booth. It's like, what if 3 and 4 kiss? And Sam's like, yeah, let's make 3 and 4 kiss. Oh, I'm so excited for it. And then finally, Warner Brothers has deemed Paramount's final offer as superior to Netflix's offer, meaning Paramount has won the bidding war to buy out Warner Brothers. Paramount has already paid Netflix $2.8 billion to terminate their agreement with Warner Brothers. Paramount claims they will release a minimum of 30 films per year theatrically once they buy Warner Brothers, with being 15 per studio with a minimum 45-day theatrical window globally for each release.
I have mixed feelings. I had mixed feelings with Netflix too, but
yeah,
good for theaters.
Good for theaters.
But Paramount's usage of their IP,
yeah,
let alone Warner Brothers, is a little concerning.
Yeah.
Amongst other things that I won't get into too much.
Yeah.
But
same.
There's positives to it, but there's also negatives too, where Paramount, just as much as Warner Brothers, will just pull stuff from their streaming service for no reason, and just different other things where it's like. It just shouldn't be happening at all.
Yeah.
Like.
Oh, I agree.
And we don't even know if the deal's going to close.
Like
this is
just
they've
literally like, well, they have. We know nothing's going to happen for like a year.
Yeah.
At minimum.
And he's like,
and
if it doesn't happen,
if nothing happens, we'll have money.
Yeah, we'll still get the money out of it. So it's like, you know, so
I'm like,
I don't like this man.
I don't either.
But look, at least he's letting Warner Brothers make stuff more. Like here recently, that they've actually been able to make stuff. So it's like. Those first few years when he was on board, though. Anyway,
our listeners know how much we.
But yeah, but it's one of those things where it's like there's also opportunities that if they want to use the things they own, there's crossovers that can happen, which is cool from a nerd perspective. But from a non-nerd perspective, monopolies doesn't need to be happening, especially in Hollywood. So it's Anyway,
you've got like Disney and 20th Century on this side, and then Paramount and
Warner Brothers
on this side, and people are like Amazon and especially Lionsgate need to step up.
And then I saw like it was a statement from a lawyer at Netflix saying like there's some disappointment in not getting what you want, but there's some relief in that we're no longer like going to be dealing with some of the stuff Warner Brothers has going on, kind of thing. Where it's like, Warner Brothers has a lot going on. Outside of of their studios, so but yeah, mixed.
It's a mixed bag, but that is my miscellaneous news.
And anime news, we got some premiere dates. March 7th, Beast Wars Final Season, Part 2 will release on Netflix. April, Reborn as a Vending Machine, I Now Wonder the Dungeon Depths Season 3 will release sometime in April. April 1st, Doro Heidoro Season 2 and Go For It Nakamura-kun will release. April 3rd, Record of Ragnarok Season 3. April 4th, Demons of the Shadow Realm and Kusonuki's Garden of the Gods. April 5th, Ace of the Diamond Act 2 Season 2. April 6th, An Observation Log of My Fiancée Who Calls Herself Villainous and Witch Hat Atelier, which I am so excited for. I love that manga. Witch Hat Atelier. I don't know about the other one. April 7th, Aaron the Southpaw, Pardon the Intrusion, I'm Home, and Marriage Toxin all release. April 8th, Gals Can't Be Kind to Otaku releases. In July, Victoria of Many Faces, Level 999 Villager, and Goodbye Laura have all set release windows. In announcements, I got Hello, I'm a Witch, and My Crush... let me start over. In announcements, Hello, I'm a Witch and my crush wants to make a love potion is getting an adaptation in 2026. I have no idea what that one's about.
No idea. You couldn't tell me.
Hey, watch a marathon of all of our episodes and take a drink every time we make that joke. Chainsmoker Cat releases July 2026. Although I'm an inept villainess, the tale of the butterfly rat body swap in the Maiden Court has once again been delayed from July 2026 to April. Wasn't it set for like fall of last year?
I think so.
And then it got delayed.
We've talked about it so much that I'm like, are you kidding me?
Alia Sometimes Hides Her Feelings in Russian Season 2 has been delayed to 2027. Look, rom-com anime fans just have to like hold on to fan fiction or something because it takes so long for those seasons to come out if it's not Rent a Girlfriend. Season 6 of Is It Wrong to Try to Pick Up Girls in a Dungeon has been announced. Adaptation of time travel romance Rainy Day Serenade has been announced for 2027. This is the only anime where I wrote down the description because I wrote my own description. It follows a girl named Hina who dreams of playing with a boy whom she stumbles across in real life. The boy, mistaking her for his fiancée, Nina Ko, escorts her home where she meets her doppelganger and finds she has been whisked away to the year of 1907. I'm very intrigued. And then Chie Shinohara's manga Red River is also set to receive an anime adaptation. That's another like time traveling story thing. Only it's not romance; it's like an action kind of thing.
Time travel piques my interest.
But he goes. I think that one is the dude gets like he's a present day teenager and he gets transported back in time to like. I don't know if it's like. I'm just going to use this as a frame of reference, not that it's using any of the stories or, tellings, but it's like Bible times, and he's mistaken for or they think he's a warrior from anyway, it's a whole thing. It seems interesting. But that is my anime news.
I have a couple of comics news. On DC, on Supergirl, we got a new crypto-centric teaser released during the Puppy Bowl. Junkie XL is set to compose a score for the film. They previously composed a score for Batman v Superman: Dawn of Justice and Zack Snyder's Justice League. And Clayface was delayed to October 23rd, which honestly seems fitting.
Yeah,
for a movie like that. On Marvel side of things, a lot about Spider Noir because we finally got the trailer for it. Before that, we got the new look at Nicolas Cage as Ben Reilly. Our first look at Lamorne Morris and Lee Jun Lee as Robbie Robertson and Kat Hardy, respectively. And the reveal that Jack Justin has been cast as Sandman. Ben Reilly's alter ego will be called the Spider instead of Spider-Man. The name changes is to fit with the nature of noir storytelling as well as other heroes of the era like the Spirit and the Shadow, which I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
Nicolas Cage says he played his version of Spider Noir as, quote, 70% Humphrey Bogart and 30% Bugs Bunny.
This man is so...
I love Nicolas Cage. Our first details we got the day of the trailer release. It will be 8 episodes long. Can be watched in true hue color or the right way, black and white.
I'm sorry. I just in my head it's like he's like, oh yeah, they're making a biopic about about like Abraham Lincoln, and it's starring Nicolas Cage. He goes, I was just trying to think of an actor that I knew. Who
Daniel Day-Lewis.
Yeah, he was. I channeled some Daniel Day-Lewis and like 60% Peter Griffin. Like it's just like okay, sure.
What a weird. Okay, I don't see Bugs Bunny as Spider Noir, but okay. A little bit of a Spider-Verse Spider Noir. And episode 1 will premiere early on MGM Plus on May 25th before all 8 episodes release on May 27th on Amazon Prime Video. You made the comment about take a drink every time we say that, and I just all that came to mind was Nicolas Cage being like, plastered from the trailer.
Oh, dude, everyone comes and stays for my bad impressions, right?
That's mine now. Oh my goodness. Okay. I gotta reel myself back in. Spider-Man Brave New Day will be set 4 years after No Way Home. An animated Venom movie is in the works. Zach Lipovsky and Adam Stein from Final Destination Bloodlines are set to direct, and Tom Hardy is involved in some capacity. I think they're shooting for a rated R. I saw that they might be, which I mean...
For an animated movie, interesting.
With those directors, yeah. But it's Venom, so... This is Daredevil Born Again. We got a new look at Daredevil and revealed that Season 2 takes place 6 months after the events of Season 1. They're saying, quote, the Fisk administration at this point has really taken hold. At the same time, there's a bubbling up of an underground. New York is being transformed. Can't wait for that. Avengers Doomsday. Dune Part 3 is confirmed to have an exclusive IMAX window on its opening weekend, meaning that Avengers Doomsday opening has some IMAX screenings in select international markets. I don't know how long that window will be. I'm assuming like a week or two at least. Vincent D'Onofrio says there are rights issues that prevent him from appearing as Kingpin in a Spider-Man film. That is all for my news. And number of appearances, we have a little bit. The second episode in a row, we have Boone, Bridgerton, God of War, Iron Lung, I Swear, A Knight of the Seven Kingdoms, My Father's Shadow, Paradise Pillion, Sin Help, Supergirl, and the Super Mario Galaxy movie. Avengers Doomsday, Mission Nobody Against Putin, and The Muppet Show are all on their 3rd episode. Spider-Man Brand New Day is on its 4th episode. Marty Supreme on its 5th. F1, Frankenstein, Hamnet, K-Pop Demon Hunter, Sentimental Value, Sinners, and Zootopia 2 are on their 6th episode. One Battle After Another is on its 7th. And Avatar Fire and Ash is on its 8th episode in a row. In celebrity deaths, Demon Wilson was 79. Ifunanya Nwangene was 26. I apologize if I butchered that. Chuck Negron was 83. Billy Bass Nelson was 75. Ken Plapowski was 66. Charles C. Stevenson was 95. Brad Arnold was 47. Blake Garrett was 33. Dean Franklin was 36. James Vanderbeek was 48. Bud Cort was 77. Tim Very was 42. Robert Duvall was 95. Dana Eden was 52. Cass Lascelles was 34. Lil Papa was 25. Eric Dane was 53. Rondell Moore was 25. Maxie Shield was 51. Lucifer was 23. Robert Carradine was 71. Catherine Short was 42. Robert Cosby Jr. was 23. Bobby J. Brown was 62. And Neil Sedaka was 86. My sources this week were First Showing, Deadline, The Insider, Esquire, Collider, Hollywood Reporter, The Numbers, Penguin Random House, Entertainment Weekly, and Discussing Film.
My sources for this week or this month were IGN, Crunchyroll, Discussing Film, Nintendo Life, and all official sites, socials, and blogs of the studios and projects mentioned today. And now for our February tier list. We have, 7?
7.
We have 7 random ships. It doesn't even have to be within the same franchise.
Nope.
Unhinged ships.
I sent feelers out.
And we have Jay gathered 7, and I will react to them, and we will rank them based on how long we think the relationship will last.
Yes. You have no idea what I'm about to say.
Except for one.
Nope.
Oh.
I personally much Hayden and gave me another one.
Okay.
You have no idea.
Dang, because I was going to say Bruce Campbell, Pizza Man from Doctor Strange,
and Prince Naveen.
And Prince Naveen not making it past the first date.
No. So one of these is from me because I needed a 7th one. 2 are from Trent. The rest are from other friends. I will start out with one that I came up with today. Deadpool.
Okay.
And the T-Rex from Jurassic Park. Oh, you laugh now.
Why is that strangely...
working?
Okay, so the bottom tier...
You can't look at these.
The bottom tier is...
Yes, S, A, B, C, D.
Why is that strangely C?
C?
Just knowing comic book Deadpool.
How high do you think we're going to get in some of these?
Not very high.
Not very high. C is probably going to be like the middle range.
Why is that strangely C, though?
It is C, 100%. I think you feel like... Well, because Deadpool made it last with Vanessa.
True.
Despite everything that happened to him.
Yeah.
So,
have you read the comics? Deadpool. Deadpool's going to Deadpool.
This next one, we put it in C territory. This next one was from my friend Ashton. He said Pluto.
The dog? Okay.
And Minnie Mouse.
Can we get lower than D?
Pluto. I can put it at the bottom of D.
Put it at the bottom of D.
The bottom of D.
What the heck even?
Oh, you wait. This one's from Trey. And he sent me 2 of them. They're both very problematic, so I combined the 2 most ones out of the both of them.
Okay.
Curious George.
Okay.
And Paddington Bear.
You know what? I mean, they're both causing chaos together, which I guess is one thing for a relationship, but, I feel like Paddington...
They're both causing chaos without intentionally causing chaos.
Yeah. Paddington has more of a self-awareness, though.
I'm thinking B.
I'm thinking B, yeah.
B. Okay, this one's from Hayden.
Okay.
Lizzie from Cars.
Remind me which one's that one?
The old Model T.
Okay, okay.
And Frank Drebin from Naked Gun. The first one. Leslie Nielsen.
Okay, I don't even know what to think of that. I don't even know where to rank that one.
I'm dying.
So we're assuming she's still a car.
Yes.
Okay, then I don't know, high D.
High D? I was thinking
maybe
C.
Low C.
Low C? I'm putting it low C.
Okay.
This next one is from Jimmy.
Okay.
Kratos.
Okay.
And Hades. Specifically from the Lightning Thief stage musical, who was a drag queen.
Okay.
He did specifically say...
I don't know enough for the... You'll have to rank this one.
I haven't seen the musical.
Okay, then...
But he said it. He said it works good.
Okay,
I'm thinking C.
Sure, C
or high D,
high B or high. No, not high B.
High B.
High C. High C. Let's just go
high C.
High C. Yeah.
I love high C. Above Deadpool.
Sure.
Okay. This next one. These last 2 are from Trent.
Okay.
The concept of Tuesday.
Okay.
He said,
got it.
So he sent me one in the Broforce chat, and he goes, he saw Hayden's. He's like, oh, I could do better. I have a list of these. So the concept of Tuesday, and are you ready for this? The skip ad button, but specifically the mobile YouTube version.
Okay. You know what? I think these 2 are getting married.
I think they are.
Yeah.
Is that S?
I think this is S tier.
S tier?
I will say though, there was a cartoon pilot, and it never caught. Like they just disappeared one day. It made me super sad because they had a bunch of animated shorts. It's
called The Concept of Tuesday.
After the pilot. No, it's called The Weaklings, and all 7 main characters are a day of the week personified.
Dude, I think you told me about this actually.
And this is Tuesday.
Is that what you?
So
thought?
I'm just picturing that, just making out
and
with
the skip ad
with the skip ad button.
But imagine how
wait, hold on. Let me see.
How satisfying it is to press the skip ad button.
Dang it!
It is that first one.
Dang it. I was going to see if someone made it, like, they'll make anime personifications of everything. No, there's not. Yeah, there's not. I looked up Skip Ad Sean, so that's on my Google search now.
Skip Ad Sean. Okay, are you ready for the last one?
Yeah.
This is our only real person on here.
Okay.
Former President Lyndon B. Johnson.
Okay.
Trent sent me this one. Let me preface this. Trent sent me this one, and I'm like, this one's my favorite. He sent me like 7. He's like, I'm like, this is my favorite. He's like, that one, and I'm like, it's because it's so simple, but so ridiculous and stupid and hilarious at the same time. Former President Lyndon B. Johnson.
All right.
And the green M&M.
A. That's just an.
I did the work and I came back. Oh, okay. So let's recap.
Yeah. Okay.
S tier, we have The Concept of Tuesday, not verses. No. Concept of Tuesday and the skip ad button from the mobile YouTube version.
All right.
In A tier, we have former President Lyndon B. Johnson and the green M&M. This green M&M has the tennis shoes on, not the boots.
Oh, okay.
In B tier, we have Curious George and Paddington Bear. In C tier, we have Deadpool and the T-Rex from Jurassic Park, Kratos and Hades from the Percy Jackson and the Lightning Thief stage show, and Lizzie from Cars and Frank Drebin from the original Naked Gun. And in D tier, we have Pluto and Minnie Mouse.
Dude. But was Humphrey Bogart and Bugs Bunny, where are they ranking?
That's next February.
Okay, got it.
Humphrey Bogart and Bugs Bunny. Next time it's just 2 Nicolas Cage characters. Oh.
Well, on that note, be sure to like, comment, subscribe, do all those interactive things. Be sure to follow the podcast on most social medias at Mondays for Nerds. Be sure to follow me on most social medias at Sir Stumps a Lot or Sir Stumps a Lot 17.
Follow me at PoThePanda001 or Chris M. Pratt Fan, whichever or wherever one's there.
And we will see you all next time.
Goodbye.
Bye.